go, boys.
So you've got a bit of space to go backwards.
We got last minute chips on here. Lights are low. Turn the camera in the right direction. We should be all good to go. All good.
All right, Dragons to kick off here. Quins to receive. Peter Hasty, number 10. Just going straight out for touch there. Great kick for distance. Awkward bounce. The touchies flag is up. And it's actually been taken out by the Dragons there, so really good stuff for the Quins.
Just what the doctor ordered, right?
I'm slightly biased. In all fairness, Johnny from the Dragons asked me to join the commentary team today, so.
There we go.
Line out taken down by Callum Murdoch. It's been a bit halted up. There's a couple of players on the ground there. Sapwell West to get some balls out to Ryan Lombard. Crashing centre. Slow ball. It's pick and gone straight away. Good meters made there by the centre. Good steady phases so far. We're already at the third phase afterwards. We know in the UAE 4 phases gets it done.
I had a conversation about that yesterday actually. 4 phases kick it.
My ball is still live. Taken in by Tux Laladidi. It's turned over there by the Dragons. Really good steal from their captain, number 7. Dragons slow ball at the back. Probably looking to clear out after a good first hit up. Pressure on the kicker. But he's found really good touch. Ball seems to have been touched, so it's a Dragons ball. Touched in front. All right, so Dragons have the line out about 12 metres from their halfway line. Good line out throw to the back. Nice early ball. The big number 8's moved to the centres this week. Good first hit up, it didn't make much extra gains. Slow ball there. Johnny Harry's come back from the UK, definitely put on a couple of kilos. Clearing kick's been done, catching the Quins napping a bit. The ball has gone very deep. The winger Jason's passed it to James McCarthy, the captain today for the Quins. Nice high ball. Ball's out the back to Nigel Thornbury, as they call him. And another kick's put through. Going into touch. Quins ball 5 metres out. Dragons with some really good territory here.
All right. Nothing like a bit of table surfing.
Just grab on if you need. I'm not coming up. A little break. Good line out win in the middle there to the Quins. It's been pushed back, and the number 8, Sonny, has made a huge break. He's a little bit isolated, so slowed up. Great quick ball for the Quins. Box kick over the top by Ben Satwell West. And the territory gain there is magnificent. About 70 metres, I'd say.
Doing a great job there, Ralph. Sorry, mate, I'm just going to lift you on your own.
No, you're good. I enjoy it. I love it, mate.
Trying to bounce between the table, the replays, everything else, the camera.
Dragons, another beautiful line out the back. Just a bit slow from the number 9 there. Going to their hit-up maestro, but he's been caught in the middle again. Not too bad a ball. Here comes Nigel Thornberry with the big no look. Caught by Tyler. Ref's not falling for that trickery there. Ball's come out wide. The captain of the Dragons here is flying through. He was asking for a shirt with bigger armholes before. And they have given away a penalty. It looks like someone's cleared out. Someone went off the ball there. What's the name of the other AR? Referees today are JP Clemens in the middle, and we've got Simon Dodd and Goran as the 2 ARs. We thank them, we need them, we love them for the game. We also love to abuse them. In a nice way.
You don't want a surname, you'll struggle to sound it.
All right, it's been a bit of a topsy-turvy start so far. Both teams trying to find their place. It's a crucial game for both teams, both sitting just off the back of the pack, looking for that 4th position to make sure they make the West Asia Premiership finals. Early jump there, great take at the back by big Tyler Van Wyk. Quins have taken into a maul, they've gone forward, it's been stopped once. Erlo Hammons, the hooker's taken off the back, and he's gone through with a chip and chase. I'm not sure our hookers are allowed to do that normally. Jerry's tackled him at the back. Dragons have got the ball back here. We've got relatively quick ball, the big second rowers through. Slow roll from the Quins, but got away with there. Dragons have sent it out the back. A little miss pass, little bounce, it's a little bit messy. Big solid tackle, great clear out from Nigel Thornberry, but he's clear, the ball's gone free. Ryan Lombard's picked it up. It's going. He's taken in. Oh, Quins have turned the ball over here. They're inside the 22. Big pass out to Sunia Tuxlaladidi. It's taken into contact. Satwell West a little bit slow to get it out. It's gone out to Pete Hasty in the backs. Now James McCarthy, the flying captain, has done an awful pass to Jerry, and it's gone straight to ground, straight out. Little knock on there. Pretty big opportunity for overlap there, so James McCarthy will be kicking himself a bit.
That was huge, mate. I suppose there was more emotions in that one from me.
We'll try and pay for cards later in the game. I am trying to stay slightly less biased than I normally am. All right, Dragons line out right on the 22. Probably going to the back because that's what they do. Good, great take. Number 8's gone in the air. They've set up a nice maul here. They've driven about 10 metres so far. Starting to slow up a bit, starting to turn. Still in the same maul. He's gone solo with the ball there. All right, a bit of slow ball out the back. Dragons are about 60 metres from their home side. A little off the ball pass. Oh, it's pitched off the floor. Everything's A-OK. Play on again. And then an offside penalty by Reece Geely. Apparently I have to apologise. His mother's not happy. I called him a fat prop centre last week. So sorry, Mum. But he's also going to cop it for telling his mum. As he scored a try. Dragons have got a good kick here. Found good touch. They're about 15 metres out from their try line, or from their attacking try line. Got in the middle to set up a maul here. It's come off the top, it's brought down straight away, and the arm has gone out, so that's a penalty. Big number 8, sorry, starting at inside centre today. He's taken it into contact. Good meters being made by the Dragons. A little bit slower ball here. The hooker's passed it to Johnny Harris, the second row. Oh, great clear out, real strong. Ball's gone wide. Dragons are about 5 meters out from their scoring here. A little bit of pressure from the Quins here. Another slow pick and go. He's a little bit isolated and he seems to have been held up. Maul has been called. And another defensive turnover. But there's been a double tap of a whistle here. We're going back for a penalty, a Dragons penalty over the side. That was held up. Number 4 bringing down the maul. Alright, so we've come to the line out here. Time's off while we're waiting for a ball. Today is our home game for the Dragons. We're playing at Sevens Stadium on pitch 8. Exiles wouldn't let us play over at pitch 7 where the Prem games normally are. But no, it's a good contest. Both these teams are desperate for a win today. Alright, so line out being called. I'd say there's a 100% chance they're going to maul it, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, and they've set up the maul, but the ball's been lost immediately and turned over. Quins have it. Jason, the winger's coming. He's run straight into the biggest guy in the park. Probably going to regret that. Slow ball for the Quins. Callum Murdoch's taken into contact. Faster ball there, possibly a high tackle. It's gone unnoticed. Reece Geely's gone through. Picked up by the prop, Sunia Tuxlaladidi. And guys are on the wrong side of the ball here. It's really slow ball for the Quins. Pass from Sapwell West out to Erlo. He's bounced off the number 8 there, taking it really good meters. Post contact's been good. Now James McCarthy puts it on the boot to clear some distance. Great kick. It'll be a Dragons line out about 5 meters into their attacking half. We have Lewis Anderson passing to the back. He's been very accurate to the back of that line out. Good pass. We've got big Sammy Yawa taking it into contact, making huge meters every time he gets the ball. Quick snipe from the number 9 here. It's a new number 9 as Mitchell seems to have gone missing this week. The ball's come flying out the side. It's gone round the back. Yinka Sofidia had made good gains but then has knocked it on. A few of the boys starting to get snippy with each other, telling them to hold on to the ball.
We talked about before those 4 phases.
Honestly, that 5th and 6th, it doesn't matter what division you are in, it just seems to be a try-scoring place.
They've turned it on, haven't they? They've got a bit of a concert going on behind us. Or?
With Merrick, their coach, calling out plays from the sideline here. All right. The ref hasn't been listening to the Six Nations coverage where we're trying to speed this up a little bit, but we've got to get it safe and sure at the start. So we do have a Dragon scrum here about, say, 25, 27 metres out from their attacking try line. Got the ball. Sammy Yawayawa's in the middle looking for a crash ball. Quick ball out. So there's been a skip ball to Lewis Pascoe. A couple of missed tackles from the Quins there, and they've led him through. Ryan Lombard's come through at the end to secure it. A little bit slower than they'd like from the Dragons, but good offload from Johnny Harries there. Taken into contact. Bit of a mess at ruck time. So the big second row has gone over the gain line there as well. Johnny Harries carrying the ball and offload again. Straight into contact. Arms out for a high tackle. The captain's gone for a snipe by himself. Broken the first tackle. And the ref has called play. There's probably going to be a yellow card here. Nope. He went the double tap and now they're going for points.
What do you make of that, mate? Go for points?
I think with the momentum and they're getting game ball success every time, I think they probably should have gone for more than the 3. Quins will be happy it's just 3 with those penalties, but
yeah,
Dragons look like when they've got the ball, they're quite dominant.
A lot of the pill too, eh?
Yeah. Just got
some stats.
I've been trying to count in my head, it's just not there. I like to make stuff up something. 87% of all stats are made up, aren't they?
Yeah. I was waiting for the degrees of the kick, the angle, the distance from the kick to posts.
Kyle Brown has been pretty good off the boot this year. Slight breeze. And the flags have gone up. We are 3-0 in.
Early days, yep.
What time have we got?
16 minutes in.
All right. 16 minutes, 3-0.
Just say it's been pretty unbiased, mate. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty nice. So.
I've been watching you last night at the Barrel House game, mate. Was that Matt Bourne with you last night?
No, it was actually Armand Smuts.
Oh, right.
A rookie, but virgin, but we broke him in and got him there.
All right, Quins, Ryan Lombard to kick off. Quite an accurate kick off. It's nice and high. Bit of pressure there from Jerry. All right, and contact's taken in. Ice called from the coaches there. Let the ruck go, they're saying. Slow contact ball. Good hit, but great. He's still made metres off the bump. That's Clark Smith. He's had a pretty good season so far. A really big second rower for the Dragons. Kick's gone straight into James McCarthy's hands. There's a 90% chance he's going to chip and chase this himself. Oh, and he's done it. He's gone through. Been a bit affected, but lost the ball. A knock-on has been called on James McCarthy there.
I've got to say, mate, you're making some oracle calls around here. You've seen it just before it happens.
I think, second to you, I've watched more UAE rugby than anyone else this year. You can find me on Bruffy's Rugby Pod on Instagram.
100%, yep.
And check out that podcast that gets released on Mondays. We do a full wrap-up of all the games throughout the UAE for the week. Sometimes we have guests.
Oh, hey. Is that an invitation, is it?
It will be.
It's good. I was talking to Alex from Yellow Rugby, Yellow Sports. Sorry, man. And just about how the stats really helps out with the game.
Yeah. James McCarthy's broken through a hole there, given another poor pass. There's been some call there. The AR's made a call. Just waiting to find out what that is. All right, turns out to be a scrum to the Quins and a knock-on by the Dragons in that passage of play.
So with all the rugby you have seen this year and that, you think I know more players' names, right?
Well,
the team sheets I've seen.
It turns out there's a lot less first grade getting a lot less of the West Asia Prem getting the coverage from you guys. I know it's been pushed heavily now. I know there was the sportainment in there for a little bit, but
I think we're going to look for set up for next season now. I'm going to set up a message soon and go like, so we can get it going forward and get all the games covered for everybody.
Yeah,
get it consistent.
It'd be really good for the comp, for the players as well. All right, Quins have gone out. Pete Hastie's got a flyer. Big step off Javen McCarthy, the former Welsh Sevens player. He's kicked into touch, but it's gone out from the Dragons and a Quins ball again.
We've got a quick break, mate. Tell us about your podcast.
Yeah, so I've just started a podcast this season, just looking at talking about what's happening in the UAE Rugby. We've had a few guests. We've done one from most of the West Asia Premiership teams so far. Meant to be Sharks tomorrow, and then we've got to hit up the Bahrain and Doha lads as well.
Wicked.
But yeah, just getting a couple of guests on, talking about the footy, ladies as well, just making sure that everyone can keep up to date with scores and what's happening and how people are feeling in the league with what's happening in UAE and how we can improve it and what they love about being here.
More eyes on the game is only a good thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping I'm not giving out too much pressure to people, apart from Gary Andrews, who's playing for Exiles 2s right now. I like to pick on him a bit as a former Quinn, but no, it's been really good so far. Averaging about 150 views a episode so far. It was a little bit higher earlier, it dropped off a little bit, but as we get more guests in and stuff, I'm sure it'll jump back up. All right, penalty there for the Quins. About 5 metres out, maybe 10 metres out. My angle isn't fantastic here because I'm just one human. But Quins scrum, 5 metres out. This was an area of the game against Dragons last year, earlier in the season, I say last year. The first game of the season they absolutely dominated in, so I'm sure they're looking to bring that in now. All right, ball in from Sapwell West. Scrum's going forward. Picked up off his toenails. Ryan Lambert has taken it into contact. He's a big boy, that centre. Great move. Pass has gone out to Sunny Rogasano Nasabo. He's making great metres there. Good pressure. Another quick ball from Sapwell West out to the captain, or vice captain, Erlo Haymans. Still good ball there. Coming back the other way. Ryan Lombard in the middle. He's jumped over one person. Quinn still retain it. Sapwell West out to big Ezekiel Ice, straight in Botta, and he is over the line for a try. Ref having a little talk with the Dragons there about offside, but Ice has had a couple of weeks off from playing, so a big welcome back. Big try scoring Fiji in there. He's got humongous legs. Ryan Lombard for the conversion. He's been kicking relatively well this season, apart from, I think he had a shocker against his first kick in Bahrain a couple of weeks ago, where I don't think it went more than a metre off the ground. Other than that, he's been pretty marvellous.
Just a quick reminder, huh?
He can't hear me, it's okay. Oh, kick's gone right over the black dot, if there was one. But no, beautiful kick. We're at 7-3 to the Quins now. Or 3-7 as it's Dragons' home game.
Man, it's like juggling a few things going on there.
Yeah, you're good. How long have you been out in the UAE, Grant?
Oh, 15 years.
15 years?
15 years.
You've got me beat by one.
Oh, hey, there we go. No, seen that grass grow for a little bit.
Big kickoff by the Dragons. Jerry to the winger to kick off. He's rushed into contact. Seems to be hit very high there. The arm has gone out. Quick ball out really wide. Tyler Van Wyk has taken it in, made it over the gain line. Quins have got a slow ball here. Off the line again from the Dragons, but good meters made by Erla Haymans. Ball's out. Sonny Rogasano spun into contact but held up. We are going back for the penalty. It was quite a high shot.
Talking about some stats and some quick ball. Are you guys looking for like half a second ball on the deck, or?
Yeah, we just want the ball as soon as it's available to be out and moving, just to try and keep up the pace of play.
Yeah.
Fitness has been a big key for the boys this season, and when you come up against the big boys of Exiles and Bahrain, it's really crucial to not let them get off their line.
Yeah.
So, bit of a target for the lads, and they've had a couple of tough weeks. I think they lost last-minute penalty to Hurricanes last week, and the week before, last-minute penalty to Bahrain. So, winnable games that they're not getting the job done at the moment. So this one's a big game for them. They've started better than they have started in those games. Like 3 tries down in both of those to come back, take the lead, and they lose it at the end.
Jeez.
But the Dragons are also in that same boat. They've been pushing teams to the brink all season, but not getting there. The first game between these two guys was a draw.
Oh, jeez. Good for rugby, eh? Tight competition.
Yeah. Oh, kick's gone up. It hasn't gone very far. But James McCarthy's gone up. See. We can hear Simon Dodd's voice over there calling knock on from the Quins from the AR.
I was talking about that last night, mate. The old kicking game. How integral is it for the WAP and Premiership? Has it been focused on a little bit more, or is there the skill set here?
I find the kicking. I feel like teams don't use it enough when it's the right time to use it. We had the
more the open play
stuff?
stuff?
The Sharks Doha game. There was a huge breeze going across.
Oh, really?
But neither team kicked with it, like to get that territory. And I thought, there's a few opportunities just to kick,
right here,
stick it down there and come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that kick then was a little bit into the breeze. Not a great execution, but the boys were all behind it, so a bit more of a contest. But it's really been a nothing kick in the end with losing the ball right where you took the kick.
Yeah, pretty much. I was talking about it last night. Just interesting to see when teams are using it, they're using it to quite good effect, but then, like lately, not seeing the same effect.
And there's definitely a few players who are very good at it, and other players who running might be their better game. Speaking of running, here comes Jerry through a bit of contact, held up. All right, the ball's gone down. Quins have got the ball here about on their 22. Then Sapwell West has passed it back. Ryan's kicked it straight into the oncoming charge, but is gone out and dead, but it is a goal line dropout.
I've seen it like last year. I keep thinking about Exiles used it really well, Bahrain used it really well, the kicking game. I think that's why their dominance has been there as well. Yeah,
I also think the nationality of the 10 more kickers playing a big part. So
good
both
point.
Like Exiles, they're a South African brand of rugby where they play, as they're big, they want to kick for territory and not run the ball as much. Whereas a few of the other expat countries don't kick as well or as much.
Yeah.
Well, the dry weather being a thing. Let's not kick it. Big Nigel Thornbury in a huge bustling run from the back there. Has he gone too far? No. Ball out from the Dragons. Nice high ball. Round for Lewis Pascoe. Johnny Harris has got the offload there. Taking it into contact. Oh, good clear out there. Nice, strong clear out. The hookers run through a big gap there. Well, we've gone straight into contact from the number 6 there. Probably could have gone a pass wider. I'm sure Sammy Yawayawa's calling for it here. He slowed down. Short ball there to the second rower. Bit of pick and drive action. Ball's out the back. Johnny Harris has gone over the line for a big try. I'm sure that's about his 4th meat pie this week after being in the UK for a bit. All right, big try for the Dragons. That puts them at 8-3 up with a kick to come.
Let's see if I've worked out this replay. I've got it working now. Oh, dude. Oh, look at that. It's a good build of phase, wasn't it? A couple of phases, stay steady.
And they managed over 4 phases.
There we go. Look at that. Fifth one was a try, huh? Tell you what, my man, you are a bit of an oracle. I have to say, it's coming out.
Conversion here to come from Kyle Brown. Kicking on the 22. About 5 metres out off the, maybe 10 metres off the centre. Yep, the flags are up, so he's converted. So the score is 10-7 to the Dragons here.
What a battle, eh? Jeez, what a battle. 30 minutes.
All right, so we've got about 10 minutes to go this half, roughly.
What's your thoughts on the game so far, my man?
Yeah, it's been a really close one, as we expected at the start. Hotly contested affair. Both these guys really vying for that 4th place, with the Hurricanes getting the early wins.
Mm-hmm.
Both these teams dying for the finals. The Dragons won the UAE Premiership last year.
Mm-hmm.
After starting the season about 0-5, they came back.
Yeah.
So we know
Awesome
they're capable of it. Quins getting off the line a little bit faster here. Guys getting in each other's way. It's been held up. Knees are on the ground. Must let go. Pressure on the kick. Ball's gone very deep. McCarthy hasn't positioned himself well there with the wind. Jerry might have touched it before it's gone out. And he's made a pretty crucial error, and the Dragons have got a huge territory advantage there.
Kick.
Good kick, poor positioning, poor gameplay from the Quins there. But well done to the Dragons, really trying to make the most after scoring that try and coming back into their attacking area. Line out 10 metres out.
I feel like the Dragons are their tails up now. It just feels like a bit of a momentum, a bit of an opportunity right here.
Lewis Anderson with the throw. It's been a great player for them all season, Lewis Anderson. All right, ball's gone up to Clark Smith, and a maul has been set. A little bit high. Seems to have been stopped the first time, but it's starting to turn and move now. They're monstering ahead, and the ball's gone over for a very easy maul try for the Dragons. Their tails are well and truly up. Scoreline is 15-7 with a kick to come.
Saw it early, didn't we? We saw the early intent from the Dragons. They had a lot of the possession. They kept the ball in hand. They knew how they wanted to play. Lost their way a little bit. Quins came back.
Yep.
Seen it there?
Got the score.
Yeah.
It's a funny game, the momentum in rugby, isn't it?
Mate,
Just
tell you what.
how your head can go up. You know what your skill level's up, and you're seeing it from a few of the boys, and just seems to be Quins are standing back, having a look at the big runners of Dragons and just letting them cross the line and waiting for them to get there.
Yeah.
We've got to get up and meet them now. Kick's a bit wider this time. It's about 7-8 metres from touch. Flags have stayed down this time, so it's Kyle Brown's first miss for the day. But 15-7, the Dragons with their tails up. They've got the breeze. They really need to make the most of it for the next 5 or so minutes.
Man, you talked about it before, the breeze, how much of a difference it makes. Do you see it as an important part of the game? Like, even though it's light breeze today?
Yeah, you can see it there with that kick from the Dragons. Just a few of the Quins out of position, not far enough back, not reading that breeze enough. The extra couple of metres the ball took it over their heads.
Yeah.
Silly mistake.
That's what surprises me, is many teams don't use the kicking game as much as they could and should. You know, when it executes well, they're really good at it.
Yeah. I think overall fitness is playing a part as well. With a big kicking game, you've got to have your whole team running and moving, and it leaves big holes.
Yeah.
And teams that are worried about their own defence coming up together won't kick as much. All right, it's held up here. It's been dropped down. Morg. Now another, hopefully, change in momentum. Quins have got a scrum here. About 30 metres out from their attacking try line.
Do the boys work on anything when it comes to like their last 5 minutes of the first half?
Yeah, they've been working on more of their set play and where they need to go a little bit. There's a lot of freedom in how the boys want to play. There's definitely a couple of set plays where boys need to know where they're going. So as they get tired, it's less thinking, and they can go, all right, I know I'm supposed to hit this ruck or that ruck, or be here ready for the next ball. Just as they get a bit more tired. I'm sure they'll let it swing out to the backs here. There's a couple of big centres. Even Jason out here, big solid size winger with the width on the play. Ball's coming out. Oh, they've gone the blind side with Tyler Van Wyk. He's passed it to Peter Hasty, the fast 10, who's given it to Jerry, who, after his early mistake, has gone into touch.
Oh, sorry. I said redemption. I said a little bit too soon. Opportunity. That's the word I'm going to use.
All right, cool there from the touch as his flag went up. Jerry's foot must have hit the line out there. So Dragons have got away there, got away lucky. They would have hated to score, let 3 points right then. But Quins will be pressing this line out. Dragons throw to the back an awful lot. It's gone over the top there, and came crashing down. His lifters dropped him there. It's a bit of a mess. Very, very slow ball. Pressure here from the number 9 from the Quins. Ball hasn't been kicked out, and James McCarthy is picked up, and he is off with speed. He's got a really fast guy outside him. Jason stepping inside, keeping the ball. Offload, and a chip and chase. The ball has been given forward. Forward pass, I guess, from the winger in his offload there. Another close call for the Quins, but they're just missing the last couple of passes there.
Last pass, isn't it?
That first pass probably shouldn't have been a skip out wide. They were really fast. The number 10 inside, James, was really fast. Had the 2-on-1, but did the skip. He had to come back inside. And a little bit loose.
Those are the ones you always want to take back, right? Those are the high signs.
If they come off, you love them.
Yeah, exactly.
But when they don't, everyone yells at you. All right, so big scrum here for the Dragons. 10 metres out from their own line. Want to get solid positioning, and I'm sure they're going to clear the ball. There's no 10 behind the scrum. Well, Quins have pushed massively, but it's out the back there. The number 8's gone. He's been held up. Ball's gone down. Slow ball. Johnny Harries is waiting for it to go for a nice short drive here to get a bit more time. Crushed early on. Someone's over the ball there, and then penalty. The captain James McCarthy is going off at them from the back here. Erlo, the vice captain, went over the ball there, lost his feet, and gave away that penalty. Tyler, tell Erlo he's going to shut up or go. Bit of a warning for the hooker there. It needs to not be talking to the ref too much. Let them govern the game. Probably fell off his feet there. He started in the right position but then fell over and needs to let it go. All right, and a good exit penalty for the Dragons here. They've kicked it out. It's gone out on about the 30-metre line.
So that's one thing I've really noticed this year actually, is the referees across the board in a lot of the games have just zero tolerance to back chat.
Yeah, and they've got to clamp down on it. It's not football.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, those Dragons 30 metres out from their line. Where they're going to the back again. Well secured in the back, nice and tight. Well, it's getting up a bit high. Dragons, ball in hand, looking to move their way forward.
All right, Dragons with a good line-out win coming through there. More gain line success for the ball. The kick's been
Charged.
down, but then lost again. Beautiful offload by Lewis Pascoe there. Carried down the side. Great momentum again. Quinn struggling to get onside. Clark Smith going in himself, giving the time for the Quins to get out wide. Ball's been called shifted by Johnny Harries. Oh, the wing is broken through. Massive gap line. Few cries for forward pass, but he's been let go. The Dragons have just wrestled back all momentum instantly. Scored another one, go up 20-7.
Truck again. Real simple one. This one you can see in the replay here was we got the end of it, but it was simple hands. Got the overlay, got the extra numbers, and a little bit of speed on the outside there, and Quins unable to stop it. That simple, really.
The gain line success for the Dragons is absolutely killing the Quins.
Yeah.
Their big number 8 is down with a reoccurring elbow injury.
Seen 3 or 4 carries.
Sorry?
Saw a few of those carries right from the Dragons. Getting that movement forward, like you said, it was good 5, 6, 7 metres and 10 metres. You think there's a style of play here that local teams want to keep the ball in hand? It's just like the way, like you see, like nationalities here, or it's just a UAE flair.
Well, I think it's just more popular out here. The weather's normally good for playing footy, as we see. The kick has just gone on the inside post there. I think the desire to run and play footy and try and work out the gaps. If you can get to those 4 or 5 phases, normally there's enough defenders sucked in, and you have those overlaps.
Space, yeah.
That was just real quick ball out from the Dragons after making that gain line success.
Yeah.
Quins were struggling to get onside. It was just easy passes and easy work in the end.
Yeah.
So that's what they're looking for.
Or did they gain like 25, 30 metres before they passed it wide, and then that was it?
Really good up and under kickoff there. It's let go straight. It's let go out. It's bounced out.
Time
checking on another injury for the number 10. He's playing at number 10 for the Quins, wearing number 20, Pete Hasty.
You can say the beautiful game a few moments ago was Quins looking ominous to bring it from 7 to 14 potentially to keep their 1 point difference, and now it's turned around, and all of a sudden
that momentum switch, the gain line.
Yeah.
The ease of what they scored the try in the end.
Yeah.
And that's the type of thing that could break the Quins here and really get the Dragons up and going.
We're on the sheds. Is it all about the strategies, or is there any mental side of it that goes into the halftime talks?
A lot of mental side about it. There's guys who are very capable about being more impactful on the game in terms of their reading of defences and things like that, and they've got to be better at that and staying switched on the whole game. It seems to be the little switch off moments that are doing it rather than skill moments.
Yeah, 100%. All right, man, that's the wrap of the half. That's the Dragons leading the Harlequins 20 points to 7. What's your thoughts on that half?
Probably deserved from the Dragons with the ball. They're very good. They're making gain line success over the time. Quins had a few opportunities, and just that extra pass is just hurting them.
Yeah.
Probably could have got in for 2 more tries themselves. It could be a tight game. They've got the breeze in the next half, so hopefully they use it well as the sun sets. But yeah, it's a lot of pressure on them now. Dragons need to solidify and keep building. Against Doha, they let it slip a bit. So they need to stay switched on as well. I think the benches will play a huge part.
Massive.
Quins have a couple of UAE players sitting on their bench. Dragons benches, I think they've got one, the number 6, who's played for UAE. Mini as well, he's coming on as well. So
stacked, eh?
few boys for both teams to come on.
Beautiful.
And I say subs, but really they need to be the finishers.
Yeah, it's impact now, isn't it? It's not such thing as subs anymore.
At this level, you have 23 good players. And all of them need to be on it. So
100%. All right, guys, we've got 5 minutes of a break, so grab your drinks, your chats, or your snacks, and we'll see you after the break for 40 more minutes. Second half rugby, UAE Premiership.
just on the line. If it's the
Yeah.
one step in, probably
Try
could go over.
All right, guys, welcome back to Premiership Rugby here down in the TSS, the Rugby Sevens. It is Dragons versus Harlequins. It is 20 points to 7. Dragons leading by 13. Ralph, take us away, mate.
Yeah, mate. As you said, Quins have really got to step up this half. Come through really good. They've got the kickoff. They've got a slight breeze advantage, but the sun is setting right in their eyes at the moment. So I'm sure this ball will go high, a big chase, and see if before the subs come on, these guys can make a difference. Really high kickoff there. Not enough. Oh, Dragons have let it bounce. Bounce to number 9. Good kick. All right, McCarthy's gone out the back to Peter Hasty. Speed man at number 10. Oh, he's cut straight through the middle there. He's going really fast. Tackled down. Ball is picked up by the number 8 and scooped out. Quick ball there. Ice has gone through with a one-handed carry. Slow ball now, but Quins are en route, 5 metres out. There is an injured player from the Dragons down, holding his shoulder. Quins ball goes to Roche, Ferreira Roche, I like to call him. The prop sub. Oh, and time is called as there is an injured player in the path. We do have to protect the players, even though Quins had a good overlap.
Yeah, great overlap there. Actually, the order happened last night too, Barrel House and Hurricanes. Barrel House so close to scoring and they had to stop.
Yeah, I watched that game. Good contest. Hurricanes didn't score any in the second half.
Didn't score anything, yeah.
Some really good defensive efforts.
Huge.
They did have a few players who often play in the West Asia Premiership play, but they're all on the bench previously, so there's no hard news about it. But yeah, a few guys coming down and really stepping up for the Canes there, but keep Barrel House out, who were beating on that line for about 30 minutes in the second half.
Oh, mate, tell you what, they're so close so often. They're just one of those things. And we're talking about two halves. And the first half, that first 40 minutes, Barrel House just weren't playing their game. They just weren't there. They weren't in it. And at the end of the day, they became the difference. I was talking about actually the start of that game. There's a kick they could have taken just to get the points rolling. They didn't take it, and it took them to the second half to score. And then it's really felt it hard to find their way throughout that first half. But that second half, they came out. It must have been a good halftime chat from the coach.
Yeah,
Coach Rocky.
Good pressure, good attacking pressure. Probably Hurricanes looked like they switched off a little bit and then found it really hard to get back into the game.
Yeah.
And then would just lose momentum. Like you'd see, a couple of phases looks really good, and then a simple error. I think a couple of yellow cards towards the end there as well. Like just silly stuff, and you can't. I mean, they did end up winning, but they put a lot of pressure on their teammates with the not staying on the field.
Down to 12.
Been doing it a lot lately as well. I think.
Yes.
4 cards in their last game, 3 in the game before. Like, they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
Just with not having guys on the park and not listening to the refs.
Silly things too. It wasn't like anything major. It's just like guys, back chat,
high tackles. Yeah, just consistent penalties and a bit of back chat, not listening to the refs. And all right, the scrum has been packed here. Ben Satwell West is going to put it in. We've called a reset. Quins have been getting the slight advantage in the scrums here. They might try and look to keep the ball in a little bit and try and push the Dragons back, get the penalty before they go on the attack here. I'm trying to be the oracle again.
You're doing a good job at it, I tell you what.
All right. Scrum has gone up, it's come up on one side. Short arm penalty, and the number 8, Sonny Rogasano, has gone early. A lot of guys didn't seem like they were 10 back there, but gone through. Erlo Haymans has scored straight under the post, just the start to the half the Quins needed, what the Dragons didn't want. All right, and the kick to come right under the post from Ryan Lombard. And there is another player down after that scrum.
Geez, look at that quick try, and then teams all run back to halfway, tails up.
Really big impact from the reserve prop there. Managed to drive the Dragon scrum back, get them in an awful position, get the short arm penalty. All right, and then Quins goes over very quickly from there. Their heads are up a little bit higher now. They've scored those points. Let's see what they can do from here. All right, Ryan Lombard with a conversion there. So the score is 20-14. All right, Dragons to kick off, slightly into the breeze as we get set, ready for a thriller.
What a turnaround that is. I'm just watching the replay on there. It was a couple of phases. We talked about it, 2-4, and you score right now. You only need 2. But man, what a momentum change. What does that do for the team, both teams? You think about Dragons, you think about Quins, from your mind. If you're a Dragon, I know you're not, but it's just...
Oh look, the Dragons are probably looking around. They've a couple of injuries. I know Nigel Thornbury, he's not his real name, it's his nickname because of how he looks like the Thornburys. At the back there, he took a bit of a hit, so he might be nursing his shoulder a bit. It seems to be a prop on number 6 as Rugby's neck and slowly getting back into the game as well. Struggling in that front row there. So they'll try and wrestle back momentum, get that slow ball and then get ball over the line again. Good high kickoff. James McCarthy's taken it over his head, darted, run straight into contact, flipped upside down and turned the ball over. No. Yep, penalty given. I believe it was holding onto the ball, even as a Quinn. Probably the wrong option.
Yeah.
Had a few guys outside him, could have kicked, took it directly into an oncoming player, and the support player was straight over the ball there.
That's something that the Dragons needed after a score, right? Like, so as a team, like, when the momentum does shift away from you, and you're like, geez, like some teams can really just let it go, and it's like a wall opens or the floodgates open. It compounds
itself, yeah. The Dragons have done a really good job here. They're going to settle in, take the 3 points on offer, or take an attempt at it anyway, and then reset, see if they can go again, get back down here.
Do you think their 3-point option here is more to kill exactly that, or to kill any other momentum to opposition because they could have kicked the corner? You know,
yeah, I think it's to regain a bit of composure, make sure that scoreboard is still moving. Because right now, if they kick this, it's outside a converted try, just to make sure that pressure stays on the Quins rather than themselves, and it gives them time to reset and come back forward. Big Johnny Harris is walking towards us on the sideline, and I do say big, meaningful. He's been on the Bruffy diet lately. 2 hard weeks in the UK eating them their meat pies before he got this one. Kick is taken, it's off the post and into play. Taken in by Callum Murdoch, the second row for Quins. No points there, that could be a huge momentum killer. Quins are running the ball, oh, it's been dropped. Kicked through, picked up at the back. Now the whistle has gone for a knock on for the Dragons.
Oh, mate, it's all happening here, tell you what. Geez, how crucial will that be later on?
Oh, well, yeah, we can only find out, but Dragons need a big scrum here. They've lost the last couple. They're starting to get short arms, starting to get penalised, so they need to solidify here and really try and retain the ball, get over the gain line. They don't have to score off the first play. They can take their time, get into it, make sure they're not going in isolated, but make sure it comes out of the scrum.
Yeah. I find that's been one of the biggest battles for all teams, never mind just the Premiership, but Premiership, Division 1, Division 2, if they're just trying to score too quick, like all of them, like there's a panic mode kicks in or something.
It's like, I've got to score instantly off every play. It's a set piece, I must score.
Yeah.
Rather than take it, get the gain line success, reset that defence so they're always moving backwards. And that's what really tires the defences out, if they're moving backwards and having to scramble around and find their positioning.
Interesting stat you talk about with the 4, scoring around 4. I mean, there was last night we talked about one of the coaches, Rocky, so for Barrowhouse, he was working with Hurricanes. He took stats throughout the year, and it was that you either knocked it on and you lost the ball after 4. So they had the strategy, I think it was last year, this season, basically get to 4 and then they'd look to kick for territory or space. That was kind of their game plan they went into. Do you think other teams could take that on? Or?
Definitely. Bit of confusion here. The Dragons have retained the ball at the back of the scrum there. Pass has got offside. Crunching tackle with no momentum there. Ball's falling out the back. Called to go backwards, but he's sprinted through the gap. Made huge meters there. Ball's come out the back. Another scoot by the number 9. Pressure over the ball. Dragons have the ball here, not far out from their attacking try line. Loose pass, quick, and Sammy Yawayawa is met in a crunching 2-man tackle with no momentum. Dragons go again, another crunching hit. Contest over the ball. Not sure what's happening. It looks like the Quins have turned it over. Ben Sapwell West has got it at the back. Pass it to Peter Hasty, who clears the ball off the lines. Good defence from the Quins, and they go again.
Defence wins games, they say. What a moment. What a moment.
And really crucial from the Quins if they want to stay in and win this game. It was a crucial turnover. Good gain line success. Push the Dragons back 35 metres and make them start all over again.
I'm really looking at it from, and now, like, obviously you're a Quinn, mate, so I can look for a little bit more from the Dragons side, but from the Dragons side, you know they've missed that 3. They want to stop the momentum from the Quins. They're still in the right part of the field, unable to score a try there. Well, really looking forward and liking right now for those last few minutes is that they're keeping their composure. They're not getting, like, there's no panicky too much. It's just they played their phases down here. They're waiting for, okay, they lost it, but
they're settling into their set piece.
Yeah.
But while they're doing that phase play, they've just got to make sure they're going in with support. If you're around that short ball, we've seen the Quins attacking the breakdown quite often. So they've got to know if I'm going in with pals. If I go in by myself, they're coming at me. So I think as much as they're slowing it down a little bit, they've got to also make sure those boys are with them, because that is part of their problem there. Good line out taken in the middle there by the number 8. And Maul is not really going anywhere. All right, and the balls come out. Good out the back little pass with the decoy runner there. A bit slower. Johnny Harris has given the offload. Number 7 has taken the ball and stood back up twice because he's not being held once he's hitting the ground. All right, ball's gone to the blind side. A lot of pressure. Running behind a player, but it seems to have got away with it. Ball's gone down. Dragons still in the same position the line out started with, but starting to gain. Beautiful offload. Going around the corner, and the prop, who's just been down hurt, has scored on the goal line.
It's always great to see big men running like fast.
Really good support line from him. The boy running into contact, look, it was like in a world of trouble. Beautiful offload out the back to a prop running a support line in the open spaces. I'm sure that try will get further and further out as the night goes on. Dragons have really taken back the momentum here. Score is 25-14 with a kick to come.
Let's have a look at that replay.
So beautiful cut line. Ball was in one hand, ready for the pop offload, and an excellent support line from the prop.
Of course, I'm going to say it's a Sonny Bill moment, that one. Yeah, it was beautiful. Very well done. The ability to keep
call it a Suali'i moment for me. Now the Dragons are prone to not wearing their numbers on their strips, so it is very hard to give accurate names at times.
Extras added.
All right, so we're up to 27-14. Sub being made here. Jack Neves is coming on for the Quins at number 6. It looks like Tyler Van Wyk has gone off. High restart by Ryan Lombard. Good pressure from the Quins. Jack Neves is going after him, flying here. Phil Wright's taking the ball in, skipped down to the first tackle. Dragons have slowly regained possession here. Going through the phases. The captain has been leading from the front with some big hit-ups, making that gain line every time. And now the ball's gone out. Kick straight out, and have we got another momentum change here? The kick has gone straight out after being taken back into the 22. That does mean the Quins get the ball from where on the field the kick was taken. Had he already been in the 22 and kicked it out, the line out would have been from there, for those of you who don't know the kicking rules. All right, line out won by the Quins, a good pressure from the Dragons. The maul is set, but the big second roll from Dragons is his hands are in there, he's causing a mess, so the ball's come out. Ryan Lombard has bumped off, and it seemed like a no-arm tackle, but we'll let that play. Sonny Nasabo is now going into contact. Good meters made. Ball turnover and knocked on.
Man, we're seeing it again, aren't we? It's those moments, those little moments of switching off or not the... That's what I've seen, I thought, over the last few years, and I think about 3 years back, and I saw the consistency of players' skill set. They stuck with the basics. They really were building some good basics. It feels like it's fallen off in the last year or so. Do you feel like that or no?
Like, these are the best players in the clubs that are available. Maybe the skill set has dropped off slightly at times, or they've just been spread thinner with the dissolution of a couple of the big clubs have been split up. And there are guys, I mean, through injuries, and we're in a very transient community, it does change a lot. It just seems they're more silly mistakes, right? Like, rather, for me, it's rather than it being a proper skill set error, it's actually just a skill, like rather than a skill mistake, it's a head mistake, and they're making little mind game mistakes and going, oh, I should be doing this, I should try this. And it probably comes back to trying to score off every play, trying to make something happen every time they touch the ball. Guys want to keep their positions and teams and things like that where there is competition. Oh, ball's been lost here. So Dragons made some really good meters there, and then lost by big Sammy Yawa, who played 8 earlier in the season, but he's lost a few kilos, so he's back out in the centres where he started.
Really interesting point we made, because I totally agree with you. The whole thing about there's actually higher level athletes playing the game, and you see like a broader spectrum of player age. Like, you see a lot of younger guys come in as an unreal skill. It's getting really, really good here. But like I said, the competition's gone up. So kind of guys are trying to showcase themselves, and like I said, their mental side. And that top 2 inches is just missing at times. I coached the Quins last year in the second grade comp, and we were dominant until the very in the final. And I just watched as the boys let 30 points go in the very first half, go untouched after being the best team all year, undefeated going into that game. And just the top 2 inches just wasn't there. Amazing, eh?
In that moment. They fought back. I think they only lost by 11 in the end, but that just little bit of skill, well, I want to say it's not skill execution, a little bit of thinking about how to play the game, where to play the game in the right areas was just missing that day.
Looking there.
All right, knock on cord at the back of the scrum there.
It's interesting, I'm about to go and do an interview with a lady who works on just neuro pathways. Talks about the psychological side of it, not, more from the fitness side, but also when it comes to when you're training, like through depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. And I want to apply it to as a sportsman as well, because there's definitely a chemical side to it.
And the generational change in what used to be acceptable and what's now acceptable. And I'm a teacher of primary school as well, so understand that your language and the words you're choosing, there's no more just saying you're a bad kid and things like that. That used to happen back in the day.
The old strap came out.
I'm not that old, but but yeah, like just the language that you're using is so much more important. Some of these young guys, they don't take the criticism as well, and you have to phrase it really differently. But Quins have wrestled back momentum after losing it with a huge scrum penalty there.
I think that's the way this game is going. We've got Dragons dominating for probably the larger periods, and Quins just find those moments, and they're doing really well, like just kicking up an extra notch, an extra gear.
Well, they've got their skill and ability, but they really need to put it all together properly on the park. Number 9, Ben Sapwell West, a Kiwi fella as well. I think he used to play for Taranaki back in the day, so he's got a fair bit of experience there guiding around the park. But they do have guys like Andrew Semple, UAE number 9, number 10, ready to come on at need, as well as Dave Evans, who's also played UAE 9 this year. So 2 good players to come on in that position and put the pressure on.
We've seen some good exposure this year too for the UAE Rugby, haven't we? Zimbabwe, Germany.
I mean, I was at the UAE Germany game as well. Like, did a bit of punditry for that game. And that was a game UAE probably should have won, but there was that top 2 inches that lost them that game. Silly penalties in times where it was really not needed was huge. All right, flags are up. That's 3 points for Ryan Lumbar. That takes the difference to 10 points because we've got a 27-17 game.
Good call. I like the call there from the Quins to take the 3 points. You know, build
Take
some
the
more
points. While you're there, reset. Try and come back at the Dragons now. Dragons need to try and keep the Quins down in their half. Nice high kick, probably a bit too far. James McCarthy has rethought his previous decision. This one kicked it straight back up the field. Awkward bounce, and the ball's come out really quickly. Nigel Thornbury's broken the first tackle. He's been hounded. He's standing up. Good pressure. Dragons have reset the ball. Great tackling, great defence there. Good gain line. There was a bit of footwork there from Phil Wright. Towards a bit of a territory game now. Try and keep slow ball and gain that possession and territory, forcing the Quins to make their extra mistakes that they've been doing already.
If we take a look at the greater picture, you look at the game as a whole, and there's so many close games across the board. Let's focus on Premiership. It has come down to those last, like a few points. Most of these games, the difference being
Yeah,
game,
a couple of, and we saw it in the first half. Quins got turned over just as they were scoring a try. Dragons went down and scored immediately after. Beautiful high kick. It's dropped by Johnny Harries after letting me know about his try assist. That one hit off the belly and went forward. Quins trying to get with a scrum right on the 22-metre mark, attacking, ready to try and they'll probably push for a penalty here before they sling it out to the backs.
The call has been made. Heard it here first. Heard it here. No, it's often it's great for the competition. It's a scene that there is that and as WAP, you've seen Bahrain and you've seen Exiles. They have excelled in front, but everyone else is like only a couple of points difference really. But then there's these small moments that are making the difference.
Absolutely, and then Quins went 2 points within Bahrain. In the Exiles game, there was one try in it before an intercept kind of blew out the game. It was an intercept try. Had he not caught that, Quins would have scored and taken the game. Like it was, those small moments have been huge all season. And here's another one now. All right, big scrum. Dragons have held on well. Quins have now got to push forwards, doing really well. Jerry, the Fijian, has run through a good gap. Offload's gone up, and the ball has been knocked on again by the Quins. Just the extra offload, not needed. Dragons have taken back momentum, taken it into contact well. No advantage given. Back for the scrum penalty.
But that's the difference, right? That's what points do. Like, you make silly mistakes, you try and push extra passes, you try and just look for that extra special something.
Yeah, the chasing of the game is really hurting them now. There's a double change here, so the 9-10 change for the Quins. So Dave Evans will go to 9 and Andrew Semple to 10. Played UAE together as 9-10 combo, so they know each other quite well. They've both been around for a few seasons. We'll see if they can add a bit of spark to the Quins and try and calm them down a little bit. And we do see this even at the top level. You watch the Super Rugby, the Prem, you'll see teams chasing the game make more mistakes.
Six Nations on at the moment, mate.
Yeah, big win for France last night. The big game of the weekend is Ireland-England. England, have they lifted from what they did last year? Can Steve Borthwick get something done? I mean, they beat Ireland last year, but that was pretty much their best performance of the year. Ireland, a few guys aging out, lost a bit of momentum to the Kiwis over the break. Australia got very close to them, which probably scared them a little bit as well.
Oh, yeah.
They won that in the last 5 minutes, so Ireland looking to get their dominance back as well. And France looking unreal.
Oh, so good across the park. Everything. You got guys out of position playing and still
being the best.
Jeez.
Watching the maestro Anton Dupont work last night was
something else, right?
I don't know how he does it.
Just sees his vision. He sees the game the way I don't know.
A messy line out one there by the Quins. Oh, it's been picked up by the winger at the back. Bit of slow ball coming out. Erlo Hammers to take it into contact. He's been chopped early. Evans out to Semple. Semple short pass. Sonny's run into Sammy, but he's done a spin and made some really good meters there. A good 10-meter post-contact win. Slow from the Dragons to get out, but no penalty given. Out the back to McCarthy. He's held up by Lewis Pascoe. Quick ball for Dave Evans there. Big Callum Murdoch taking it into contact. Another fast ball. Sonny's gone with a dummy and gone through. More post-meter yards from Sonny. Bit of slow ball there. Andrew Semple ball out the back. Jerry's taken down. Massive clear out as players storm through. Really slow ball there for the Quins. Ball taken. He's not on his feet. Another big run made. Kind of momentum stopped a little bit here. The ball's coming out slow. Hello Hayman's first bounce. Makes the extra meter. Ball's come out fast here. Knock on called. Another knock on called. The kick away might be in. Nah, he's all right there. So we've got a Quinn scrum after a bit of messy play. Say about 25-30 metres out from their try scoring line. Quins are pretty close to used all of their bench here. I think there's a prop and a bit of Fijian magic still to come.
11 minutes to go on our clock. Probably a little bit more on the refs. Will they get much time, those boys?
There are stoppages at this level, so normally I think last week it was about 4 or 5 minutes difference between the clocks. If an AR walks past, I generally try and ask them. All right, so Quinn scrum here. Let's say we'll call it 30 metres out from their try scoring area, about 15 metres in from the touch line, ready for open play. Ball's gone out to the back. They're going forward here. They've got a lot of momentum. The arm has gone out. There could be a double penalty from the Dragons there for offside. Ball's gone out the back. Andrew Semple's thrown a dart to James McCarthy and dropped it. Ball's kicked away again. All right, McCarthy's screaming for a ball. Quins have got to score off this play if they want to make a game of this. Some of the Dragons are starting to walk a bit in their back line there. They're looking a bit sluggish. So hopefully the fast men of the Quins can get through there. If you're a Quinn supporter, I'm just going for the game, you mean? Try and bring a closer game. All right, line out. I want to say about 7 to 8 metres out. All right, I'm sure it'll be a maul. We'll see how the second team's worked on their lineouts this week.
Mate, I'm with you. I'm happy Quins score here. I love close games of rugby. Great spectacles.
Great. Ball up in the middle. It's gone in. Quins have set up the maul, but there is a Dragon in the middle of it. His hands are up, pretending nothing's wrong. The arm has gone out for a penalty there. Quins are still pushing forward. Try has been scored by the Quins. The game is back on.
Nice control by the Harlequins, taking the ball forward. Like I said, there was a player in the way, kept calm, kept moving forward. See a couple of feet up in the air actually. Yeah. Looks like a bit of an ice cream going on.
Hello Hammons is the one who arises with the ball, so the Quins starting hooker. He gets the try to his name, so well done. Kick to come from Ryan Lombard. Needs to convert just to close that gap a little bit further.
Just say, look,
scores 32-23 with a kick to come. Here comes that try. A few guys in the maul get called out by the ref, and then that maul just keeps pushing over the line. Erlo Haymans to score. Kick is up. Kick is no good. So we have a score of 32-23. Maybe about 10 or so minutes to go. We might find out now.
Come here, mate. Come here, mate.
So just hearing from the AR there, we've got about 13-14 minutes roughly to go. Dragons to kick off. Let's reset. The sun is fully set here, so Saturday Night Lights, let's kick it off.
Brilliant. 10 points in it. Jeez.
Really high kickoff. James McCarthy's under it. High ball, gone off on a little run. Caught in, taken down. It is a mess, but it's been called a knock on by the Dragons.
Mate, we're in for a stellar finish. Literally, if it is only 13 minutes to go, 10 points on the end, it's only a kick and a meat pie.
Quins have had scrum dominance the last little bit. Again, they'll probably try and get that penalty before they flick it out. Dragons will be just trying to hold on to not give one away so they can keep Quins in this area.
Any stats on the team, the last 20 scoring points?
They've been pretty good because the last few games they've been down 3 tries in the last 2 games and then come back when, I mean, they've lost with penalties in the last 2 games at the very end, but fitness and stuff has been really good. Oh, huge scrum from the Quins here, forcing the Dragons back. Now they've turned them, they've got their penalty, a free play. Double blow. Time is to be called here. It might just be a warning. They do tend to try not to give scrum cards in the UAE, I've noticed. Trying to keep the game fair and balanced because often the prop to come on is not as good as the prop going off. It is harsh on those who are dominating scrums and probably want that advantage. It has tended to be less of a reason for a yellow card here. The next one might be it.
Are we playing, what's the rule here for this red card? Are they off for good here in the UAE?
Yeah, it's off for good.
Okay.
Today might be the different
rules?
Might be the different rules. Card? But because they don't have reviews, I think a red is a red still.
Okay. What do you think of the rule? 20-minute red card or off?
Look, you just see games being ruined by cards at the moment, and when it is very close, when it's not a deliberate action, it's really harsh on players who've just gone in. I mean, you saw the World Cup final.
Yeah.
Sam Canes probably could have been a yellow, given a red. Harsh when you see others for the same thing. I think that's what brings it in good. There'll be less pressure on rugby about consistency because people can still come onto the park. The consistency of the red yellow cards is always a hot contention with the head highs and who comes in. Oh, Quins are broken away here. Made huge meters down the park. Quick ball has come out wide. Andrew Semple's kicked out wide. The ball's up. It's bounced backwards. And they've scored it. It is an amazing try. I'm not sure if Lucien or Ryan got it, but that is a fantastic effort. Beautiful kick from Andrew Semple. Horrible bounce for the Dragons there, but that is an amazing try. The kick comes across from Andrew Semple. Ball bounces right on its nose and comes backwards. And it seems like Lucien, the sub has got it down. And Ryan Lombard, who also may have scored that, is now kicking for a conversion to put the game within 3 points. Oh, he's absolutely shanked that. So I've got a 5-point game here for that beautiful try. 32-27. Quins have got a fair bit of momentum. That scrum penalty is hurting the Dragons. And as we said before, the subs making that difference.
Huge difference.
What a game. Dragons probably need to slow down, gain a bit of composure, measure themselves a bit, and not give away any silly penalties down their end.
It's tough, man. I tell you what, these last moments, and you see a lot of teams, they fall under pressure when they keep coming back. It's hard to stop the flow.
Yeah. Beautiful high kick. They've been kicking to McCarthy all day. Probably to stop him running. He is going. He's gone into contact. Got to be released. Ball's put at the back. Dave Evans passes the ball out to big Callum Murdoch, the second rower, taking it down, and Quins have regained a bit here. Johnny Harry's putting a bit of pressure on the ruck. Now he's fallen over. Box kick from Dave Evans has gone up. Lucien to compete. Made a beautiful tackle, up on his feet, fast as lightning. He's lost the ball. Dragons, and a penalty is given. I think he went too fast, possibly hands beyond the ball. Missed it on that first attempt. Dragons under huge pressure at the moment.
Massive. Everything's with the Quins.
However, Dragons do have the penalty here. They can kick well into their half and try and keep the ball down here for a little while. They've got to keep hold of it. No silly mistakes. About 35 metres away from their scoring line. Their line-out has been functioning pretty well all day, so they've got to get it out to the backs and not lose the ball here. Front ball, quick ball, maul set. It's a bit of a mess. Line-out is called over. It's turned up, it's held. It is moving slowly forward as guys go through. Kind of crossways now. Ball is still going forward, taken down by the Dragons, so it's play on. Ball's out the back. Andrew Semple's made the tackle for the Quins there. Dragons, quick recovery. Decent ball coming out wide. Little bit of static, good footwork taking it in and regaining. Sammy Awiyawa's gone by himself. No, he's been told to let go by the ref. Number 6, he's been really good all day. Good clear outs from the Dragons there. Really gaining the ball. Andrew Semple seems to run off and missed a player. A huge gap opened up. Dragons have got a massive overlap here. Great tackle out the side, and he's been tackled into touch. What a game. 5 points in it. Quins have the ball. About 10 metres out from their own try line. The whole field to go. And we still reckon there's probably 8 minutes left.
Yeah, pause about 3 minutes. It might, yeah. A little bit closer now, so it should be, I'll say 8, 7.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you pause it. That's my bad.
Yeah, our magic fingers, mate.
Yeah.
Jeez, what a game, what a finish. If you didn't love rugby before.
Huge line-out options here for the Quins. They've got a lot of guys in there. Ball's come to the back, secured. Come down nice and tidily, and the Quins have gone off on a little walk. Players coming in from everywhere. Eloham taken out the back. Guys taken out off the ball. The arm is out. Penalty to the Quins. This is not what the Dragons wanted to do. They are marching them down the field. Quins will look for a decent kick here, probably to get to about hopefully get to halfway for them. Oh, the kick is gone. It's a big kick. He's gone over the halfway mark.
Jeez, nice.
Beautiful kick from James McCarthy there. Quins line out about 5 metres into their attacking half.
Feels like a bit of deja vu. We just saw this little moments ago. The kick, possession, and then score. Jeez.
And the same thing for the Quins here now. They need to remain composed, keep the ball, get into their half. All right, line out has gone beautifully to the back. Off the top to Dave Evans, who's dropped it. Ball's been knocked on. Exactly what the Quins didn't want to do. A messy pass off the back of the line out. Really with momentum going for it. Big scrum here. Dragons now under pressure in their scrum, but have the ball.
Man, no one really wants to take this game and finish it off, do they? It's giving opportunities to both sides.
It's where both teams need someone to step up, put the boys on their shoulder and carry them through. I think Erlo Heyman's the hooker for Quins. He's been had a top second half effort so far. He got in trouble for talking too much in the first half. He's really closed down his game. Vice captain today. Ryan Lombard's the big number 12 in the middle. He's been ruling the game with his carries as well. So those are the two boys that we're looking at here. Their scrum has been dominant there. Dragons want the ball out fast, and they've got it. And there's a kick straight out on the full again.
Oh,
we see the pressure moments getting to players.
This time, do they know how much time's left? No reason to kick it, really. I mean,
No.
why give it away? Dragons.
They did what they wanted to do, got the ball out the back of the scrum quickly. They needed to get it off, have a first phase hit up and reset from there. Dragons being a bit silly with it. Quins resetting for another line out here. Messy ball, but it is taken from the second row. Oh, he's split the gap there, got through the line. Messy ball. Dave Evans got the ball out. Andrew Semple's gone for a kick again. Big Jerry's after it. He's got to make the tackle here. He's been danced around. He's chasing back. Andrew Semple's managed to get him by the feet. Pressure from the Quins. Dragons taking the ball. Oh, first tackle is missed. He's made really good gain line success there. Ball's coming out quickly. The Dragons, a kick to come there. The fullback for the Quins is under pressure. Oh, he's run past it. The captain for the Dragons has taken it. He's running forward. He's bustling forward. He's been held up right on the line there. Dragons quick ball to Johnny Harry's gone over for the try and probably the game.
Mate.
What an effort from the Dragons captain there. As we said, someone needed to put the boys on their back, and the skipper for the Dragons has done it. Well done to Brad Janes. He's been dominant all game, made some huge carries. I know he didn't get the try there, but that was his work. Johnny Harris is going to be talking about his 2 meat pies the whole time as well. All right, so that's another couple of crucial errors from the Quins, just trying to do silly things. The kick wasn't good enough. The line out before that, the pass wasn't good enough. They just...
You have to go for it though. I think you have to roll the dice. You've got to roll the dice at times.
I do, but I don't know if you don't have the kicking execution, maybe pass, take it into contact. They have been getting over the gain line. Do what's working for you, not what's not. Kick is over and converted, and that is the game.
Wow.
So we have 39-27 to the Dragons, and a very close affair. The score doesn't do it justice in the end, but the Dragons probably were the better team on the day. So well done to them. Carries their season forward, and the Quins have got a lot of soul searching to do.
There was moments through this entire game, like literally, it wasn't like one-way traffic the entire time, but just switched from side to side, back and forth all the whole way through.
Just a few key moments from both teams, whether they took the moment or they missed the moment, and that was what was costly or worked out for them. So it was great performance from both teams, a really good game, lovely to be a part of it.
Great to hear your commentary, mate. Great to have you on board.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, Ralph.
Hope to see you again soon. And
remember their podcast?
Yeah, so get on to Bruffy's Rugby Pod. It's on Instagram. I'll put the scores up for you as well from the games.
Beautiful.
It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and now on YouTube as well. We're starting to stream them. So thanks for watching, guys. Over to you, Grant.
Don't like that, mate. See yous.